better places in the country weather-wise this time of year than this one right here, Tampa, Florida, and beautiful Raymond James Stadium. With the echoes of cannon blast still ringing in our ears from the north end zone, the Bucs were introduced a moment ago, and they are all set as their guys will do battle with the Seattle Seahawks. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson, and up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Carson. Antoine Winfield up from the secondary with a tackle.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. Flush to his right. That's to the tight end, Colby Parkinson. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Little glimpse of his athleticism there and what they're going to have to deal with. He can use his legs to dance around back behind the line of scrimmage and beyond the line of scrimmage.
And wouldn't you love to get a copy of their defensive scouting report going into the week? Because that's been stressed the whole time. Keep him bottled up. Keep him in the pocket. But it's the first drive of the game and emotions are running high. Someone forgot that, trying to make a big play, and gave up a bigger one instead.
Wilson's throw here complete into the hands of Ertz. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That reception, his 600th NFL catch. Congratulations. Quite the accomplishment. Wilson after the play fake to Carson. Catch is made by Metcalf. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Seahawks take the ball down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point up and through by Myers. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. On 1st down, Justin Herbert. This one complete to Scott Miller. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
Defense gives up a touchdown the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this 1st down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. Well, this defense for the Seahawks, they were excellent a week ago in the victory over Arizona.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. A shotgun snap for Herbert.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Jordan Bucs with it.
And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. And this, Charles, definitely not what they were wanting to see. Remember, he threw 3 interceptions in the loss last week, and now he gives the ball away again here in the very first quarter.
And you have to think that this was drilled into him all week, too, by his teammates, by his coaching staff. They've told him all week long, we've got to protect the football. They probably crossed that fine line with giving him the right advice and saying it too much. And it turned out that it got into his head a little bit.
Play action. It's Wilson. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown. You normally talk about the mobility and the accuracy first, but the arm strength, that's what can turn Russ into danger Russ.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh, no. And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started in the midst of, well, let's just say a not-so-rosy losing streak. They've got the open week, though, coming up next weekend, so you have to figure this to be a game that they dearly love to have.
Oh, indeed. They have to have this one because that's something positive to take with you when you go away for a few days, and it actually releases your mind. If they lose this one, that mind stays cluttered the entire time they're away, and they've got to scramble to get back in sync when they start playing again.
From the shotgun, here's Herbert. Going deep this time for Miller.
He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked off near the 42. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line.
And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
Now a give, right side. Carson. Carson, the first down and more. 20, 10, 5, and all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle.
The CD, I mean, there are touchdown runs, and then there are touchdown runs, and that one certainly fell into the latter category. That deserves a couple exclamation points.
I think defensively, when you look at a play like that, that's when everyone looks at their teammates and starts shaking their heads a little bit because now you're wondering, what are we in for? Worked all week to try and limit the big playability that he possesses, and he winds up taking one to the house in the very first quarter. That was a tremendous run.
And he covered a lot of ground on that one, as evidenced by the final total there on Next Gen Stats.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit. Well, these guys certainly need something good to go their way because this first quarter has been something of a disaster for them trying to move the ball. But that completion there maybe can get them focused and moving in the right direction.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Herbert now.
Got an open man here, and it's K.J. Hamler.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 43. Back to throw here, Herbert. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete. And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
Meanwhile, Herbert's throw taken in by Evans here. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taking them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
K.J. Hamler.
His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bucs are able to close the gap just a bit.
And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs. And I think they're going to at least take a look at this. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got it.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now.
And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Myers connects on the PAT. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. And to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass.
He'll get this to Hamler over the middle.
That's a gain of 11. Would have been a 1st down if not for that penalty moments ago.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. And the Seahawk defense gets to him and they bring him down. They get to him for a loss of 4, and it brings up 3rd down on the sack. Here's Herbert. He completes this one to Mack.
And he is going to have the Bucs 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Herbert on first down now. And this is thrown to the sideline. No receiver in the area, though, and that's going to bring out a flag. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Herbert. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Miller. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they bring this one back. It's a fumble recovery and a Seattle touchdown. This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating them.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes, and taking it the other way and putting it in the end zone, that's a defense's dream. They're having that type of a game.
Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong for this offensive unit. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started.
And in just about every game we see, partner, what do when we look at the stat sheet? We go right to
the turnover differential. Without
a doubt, because when we see that, that pretty much tells the tale of the game. And I know there's still plenty of time to go, but you've got to take care of the football in order to win it.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Here's Herbert. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 39.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Right there.
On first down, it's Herbert. He'll get that complete to Albedo. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
On 2nd and 12, Herbert. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. A great play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Bucs are able to cut into that deficit.
As far as tight ends go, if you get 3 or 4 touchdowns in a season, that's usually counted as a pretty good year.
And CD, he just hit double digits. That's 10 touchdowns for him now.
Yeah, and that's something you really have to applaud. That's elite level production.
Extra point right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
The Seahawks Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was fairly easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. This is Carson. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
That was a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short. After the incompletion on 1st down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Touchdown, Seahawks. Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years with the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one. The extra point now coming from Myers. And that'll increase their lead to 28.
Next to score, Seahawks 42, Buccaneers 14.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And, Charles, this is a crucial. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the 1st down sack. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another busy Sunday in the National Football League. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. They should have gotten more out of that, though. He was wide open.
I love how emphatic you are with that call, because that's exactly what I was thinking. Wide open in the flat. Give him a ball that he can use to get upfield with, not just catch and go over the sideline. They cost themselves some yardage there.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Going up top for Miller. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Seahawks will have great field position to start this drive. They take over on the short side of the field.
Let's go.
Now Wilson on 1st down. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Von Miller in there for sack number 127 in his great career, moving him past Kansas City Hall of Famer Derek Thomas on the all-time list. Creeping up on a minute to play in this 1st half.
Mike 52, Mike 52. What that? Hey, Mike 52, Mike 52.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Wilson. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, as we get ready for 3rd down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish, because they were compelled to throw the ball on 2nd down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on 3rd and long.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Hey, it's our house. Mike's 49. Mike's 49. Good track, good track. Quick the edge, quick the edge. Come.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. He's going to air one out. He's got him in, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Hey, 0, 0, 0. Check 99. Check 99. Hey, watch this.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. They'll run the screen with Carson. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Here's 2nd and 10. To throw again is Wilson. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And the Bucs will take over here at their own 14-yard line.
Well, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
On Herbert, his 3rd interception. Picked off at the 39. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. Final play of the half, it's Wilson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So we've come upon halftime with the visiting Seahawks. They're out in front. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So after a very one-sided first half, what will the second half bring as we are back underway on EA Sports? And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot, pretty unlikely. But you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
On 2nd and 11 now. Herbert, and he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
Going to throw on third down with Herbert. This pass caught by Hamler. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
And this third down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. Now it's Herbert. And this is caught by Evans. Completion good for 14 yards. And that'll bring up 4th down.
When Mike Evans sees man coverage, I don't think he's the only guy who gets excited. I'll guarantee the guy throwing the ball does, because guess what? He's got a lot of options about where to place it because of Mike Evans' size and frame.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. They snap it to Herbert. Completion left side to Miller. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging into our second half blowout material. They run it with Carson, and not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7.
That's a big league job there of getting out of the pocket, not panicking, and just buying himself some time. Then he made a good, accurate throw to set up 1st and goal.
Double time. Alert.
They'll get this out wide to Metcalf. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
14, find it. Check. Mike 52.
Wilson. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Kenny Young. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Third and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound.
Let's go. Check 52 to Mike.
Throwing is Wilson. And this is caught. Touchdown. Wait, hold a second here. A flag down. Let's see if this will stand. And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds mulling over what the penalty
I don't
would do
even
for
know
them?
why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead will swell by 1 more.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. That's complete. Okue-Bunam.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
A good gain on 1st has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. And he'll give it here to his running back. Finding some room at midfield. And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Hasn't had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him. There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. 2nd and 10. Back to throw here, Herbert. Eluding the pressure right. Fights off the defender, and he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
This is caught. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Jalen Darden, his first touchdown on the year. And the Buccaneers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time out, another touchdown, and I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the 4th quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the roads
true.
to be fairly clear
by the time
we have to leave the booth.
And showcasing those strong legs on that run, getting through 1 tackle. Now she winds up getting 8 there. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Wilson after the play fake to Carson. And now he'll let this one go deep. Back over the middle. And got his man complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A big play that time through the air. 37 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. On the option, a handoff to Carson. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
49, 49. Hey, hey. Come on, D. 49's the mic. Watch 49. Quarterback, don't get nervous now.
On 2nd and 7, Wilson escaping the pressure right. And he goes out of bounds without getting rid of it. A big, big loss there, and it goes down as a sack as well. So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call. Here's Wilson. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this 3rd quarter of play. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. This is taken at about the 14. And just a net of 31 here. 40-yard punt, 9 on the return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off near the 34. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. Myers connects on the PAT, and that will extend this big lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Here's Herbert. Airing this one out for Evans. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown. Mike Evans with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Buccaneers get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And this one has gone pretty well to form. They've come in, had little problem thus far, and now they'll try to polish things off in the 4th. And this will be a Seahawks 1st down as the tackle made here at the 36. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Tackle made that time by Vita Vea. Now it's 2nd and 9. Play action. It's Wilson. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Here's Wilson to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Carson. And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
52's the mic right here over there, right? 52's the mic. Wrap it.
They'll run on 1st down.
Carson. Now Carson fumbles the football, and it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. He has been a workhorse for them in this game, and ball security hasn't been an issue until that point.
Yeah, and let's face it, when he's going to carry the ball that many times, he becomes more and more of a target for the defense, knowing that he's going to be the primary guy. They'll just send more and more players towards him, trying to make sure they knock the ball.
And in for the Buccaneers, touchdown. A big play there with touchdown number 2 in the game, and now 11 on the year. And the Bucs are able to cut in now to that deficit. Extra point right down the middle, and that'll cut the lead back down to 21. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. I'm sure the message as they come out onto the field was, hey, take care of the football, because the fumble last possession led to a touchdown. Still a 3-score game, though.
You don't want things to start to snowball. You know, one arrow leads to another, which leads to
He's got a man, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the fourth quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think he continued to do so.
On first down, Wilson. Flushed out right. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Wilson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you could put yourself in jeopardy.
On third down, Wilson. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
Left side here, taken in by Metcalf. A gain of 6 there on first.
It's on the count of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
4 yards remain for 2nd down. Now Wilson. And he's got it. And he'll be out of bounds.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Again, Wilson. And he finds Lockett in the end zone. Touchdown, Seattle. Tyler Lockett. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Seahawks are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And that'll increase their lead to 28. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game is played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
They'll run it out of the gun with Mack fighting him off. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. A good productive run there on first down. He winds up getting 8.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. On 2nd and 9, Herbert. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave them trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Herbert now. And he comes back with one complete. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Seahawks have recovered.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. On first down, it's Carson. You need your wide receivers as blockers. Sometimes they get a hold.
The big runs are often a result of what they do on the perimeter. In this case, got caught holding, and this one will come back.
Watch the run. 52.
Oh, Wilson going to throw. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And they do finally get him, but he makes it all the way to the 6. It's a big play there for Seattle. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Now Myers for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. He's going to let it fly. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 16. Oh, he's got a little daylight.
Ooh, he's running, he's running.
And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line.
CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
Wilson wants to throw it. This is caught. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Myers connects on the PAT, and the lead will swell by one more. So the extra point good, and the roughing call going to move the ball out to the 50 for the kickoff.
And I think this is a good chance to pin them deep if you can land the kickoff inside the 5-yard line or so. Gain some field position for your defense.
Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. Taken in at the 3. Well, in this one, partner, we had some action all the way down to the final whistle there with the late